Alright, YouTubers, we're back on this 07 2500. I did the hydro boost, power boost for the brake, but I was kind of thinking that he messed up the power steering pump because it runs with the power steering pump, and I think that's what it's doing. It's making a winding noise. Okay, it's not leaking no more from the power booster, hydro boost we put, but he put all these rags. It had a lot of power steering fluid there, and it's gradually leaking it out from the floorboard, not the pump itself. That's been fixed. Let's open this up, and there's a new pump. Looks real good, but nothing's leaking anymore. But this pump just makes a lot of racket because it's winding, and when you turn, make a slow turn, you can kind of feel it wanting to kind of tighten up on you. So we're just gonna go ahead and change it out. Alright, YouTubers, let's get with the program here. I'm gonna probably take off this top radiator hose and this shroud. That way we can get in there and take that pulley out, because there's some bolts behind this pulley. Let's do that real quick. Okay, I already took out, it's missing a lot of these little clips here. You only have like 3. All you do is pop up the center, then it pops out. It may all come out like this, but that's okay. Just put it back together. So we got those off. Now I'll have 2 10 millimeters, one on that side and one on this side. This is convenient. Battery box is empty, and I can put my parts there. Now let's take this guy out. I've got a pan down there in case it leaks. My hand isn't big enough. And a lot of the times when I do this, I got a pan down there. I replace these clips with those other ones that have a screw, that you use a screwdriver. I just don't like these clamps. Okay, so just swing this around. Just hook it up anywhere that you can. Trying to take out the least. I don't want to take that breather off, but I may have to. Yeah. Alright. It's gonna have to come off. I'd probably force it, but I'm not gonna do that. Okay, you've got a clamp here. You can use a screwdriver, or maybe, I don't know, it's an 8 or a 10 millimeter. There we go. Pops off of there. Then just lift this cover up. That still keeps moving out. I'm just gonna put it up here. Got another clamp with a screwdriver, or an 8 millimeter or a 10. I'm using a screwdriver. Oops. Don't forget, you gotta pop it out of here, and then you got this. I'm gonna pop this out, and then make sure it's popped out of here before you go pulling on it. Alright. Pull it off. I just need it out of the way a little bit right there. And pull the shroud out. I'm just gonna stack everything up here. We might be able to get away leaving the bottom one. If we have to, it ain't no biggie. And I'm gonna try to leave that fan on there. I hate taking these off. You gotta whack them hard and stuff. Okay, we're ready to pull that pulley off, and you're gonna need a kit like this. It's a kit to pull it off and to install it. You can rent them at AutoZone, O'Reilly's, or Advance. You can even buy them at Harbor. I think they're like 30 bucks, something like that. Take it off, you're gonna need these two. And where's it at? This one. I'll show you how to set it up here. Let me get everything ready. Okay, it's gonna be kind of hard to see. I'm having a hard time getting the camera in there. But you're gonna take these two little moon shape and you're gonna put one on each side on the pulley. Right there. And the other one on the other side, and that's how you're gonna pull it. When you get that other tool, you're gonna turn it and it's gonna pull it out. A lot of people take off the fan. I've done it too, but I'm gonna try to do this one with the fan on there. I don't want to take off too much stuff. That's how it's gonna look, ladies and gentlemen, when you have it set up. And you won't be able to see me put the socket on it, but you're gonna turn this nut with the ratchet. Then you're gonna hold this with the wrench. This is a 21 millimeter up here, and the ratchet, it's a 13 millimeter. But I can't turn it right now because I still have the belt. That's how you do. You crank on it, and it'll pull out that pulley. And draw yourself a diagram or take a picture of it, or if you can remember, good. But I can't. I always forget. I've got the alternator here. The belt goes over the alternator, down through the outer pulley, tension pulley, crankshaft, water pump, and back to the power steering. Actually, this is supposed to be more over here, power steering pump. But anyway, that's the way it goes. Okay, the idler pulley takes a 15 millimeter. Let me zoom in on it. And just hook it up. And hook the belt. Yeah, we're looking over there, so I didn't see over here when I hooked the belt. Took it out from the alternator. This is easier to reach. I'm just gonna try to hook it up over here somewhere. Don't want to take it completely all the way off. Save me some trouble from having to reroute it again. And y'all guys can always take off the fan, but I didn't want to take it off. Okay, I'm gonna hold it with the 21 millimeter, that big nut, and then with the 13, I'm gonna turn down here. And you'll see it starting to come out here in a little bit. It's under tight, so it's gonna take a while, guys. I think it's almost there. And your tool will start falling apart when that happens because there's no more tension. And there. There's your pulley. That's how it looks without the pulley. Okay, this is how this pulley works. You're gonna take the long bolt, a little bolt that looks like this. Then you're gonna find this piece. You shove it in here, and that's what's gonna be pushing against. Then you find this big nut. I'm gonna take off my gloves, or I'll put some. No, it's all right. And screw it on there. About right there is good enough. You want to kind of be flushed right there. And then you take these two little moon shapes, and I use the part that has a bigger little, I don't know, edge there. And you're gonna hook it up on that lip right there. You look close, there's a lip right there. Okay. Take this, put it in there like that, and you take the other moon shape and put it on there. But you gotta grab that lip at the same time. That's what makes it kind of hard. Once you get it, hold it tight and start turning this nut so you can get some pressure Once it gets pressure, you'll be able to let go of that. Okay, I siphoned as much power steering fluid as I could, and I cut me this little container, and I'm gonna put it down there when I release this line, just in case it leaks. And I used one of them regular little pumps. Now all that came out. All right, let's see how much fluid comes out of this bad boy. It's dripping right into that little pan I made, that cutout. Last one I did had I couldn't do that with that. Oh, let me take this line off too. There we go. You want to pee too? Go ahead. Bucket's down there, buddy. I'll take these 3 bolts off, and then this bolt right here, and it's a bracket, and I take it out with the whole bracket. It's just easier for me. They're 15 millimeter. I don't want it to fall. There's one, kind of short guy. Put you there. Let's get this one. I think it's the same size. Yep. And this one. So before I do that, I'm gonna get this one back here that holds the bracket. Let's see if you can see it. It's right there. See it? Let's see if I can hold this. It's that one on the bottom. Not this one, that one. I don't know what that is. We'll see. Okay, it's also a 15 millimeter. Boom. Right in the power steering fluid. Okay, now I'm going to take this last front one, and the pump I think should be ready. This one up here. Let me switch sockets. They're all the same size. I think the pump should come out now. Oh yeah, there's another hose hooked up to the back of the pump. But see, here's that nut we gotta release. So bring the pump this way. Yeah, they ran those wires through there. Okay, let me get the proper wrench. Okay, it's a 16 millimeter, and it's kind of hard to get to for me where to hold it so I can crank on it. So I'm just gonna hook it up from the top, which I already did. It's an 18 millimeter, and I'll just snake it down through here. But there'll be no fuss, no muss, man. You can find a different way to do it. It's not gonna hurt anything. Go for it. Okay, come on, buddy. Snake you out through here. We're only doing this because your buddy down there didn't want to come out, so I had to take you out. I know I took you out earlier. There, I rearranged the lighting. Okay, like I was saying, sorry, hose, but I know I took you out recently because of the hydro boost. But like I said, your buddy don't want to cooperate, so all I got to do is wiggle it out of that wiring. I don't know how much you'll be able to see. All I'm doing is wiggling it out of this harness here. It'll fit through there. There's a little opening there. There we go. Now definitely put it in there different. Put on the spark plug. There. Let's get it out here. Okay, there it is. I was trying to take it off from here, but I was in an angle that I couldn't get it, and I needed more strength, and my right arm is still messed up, so I just decided to go with the hose. But now it's in my territory. Now I can get on it and crank on it with my feet if I have to, which I already did, and I broke it loose already. And make sure y'all use these kind of wrenches, flare wrench, for this kind of stuff. Once you get it loose, you can go with another type of wrench if you want to, but make sure you use these to break them. Let me take that hose off. And I'm gonna try to remember the correlation of that hose. I might even mark, well, I'll know that this was turned down to this red mark, or down towards, if you're looking at the back of the pump down to the left side. So when I put the other one, I'll tighten it just like that. This is when I got an open wrench, which makes it easier than trying to loosen it all the way with this one. You gotta get in there and out again, so this just makes it a lot easier. And we're out. I don't want to rough this guy up too much. I just put new seals on this end. And that's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We'll finish it off tomorrow. Alright, YouTubers, it's the next morning and I'm gonna go get the other pump. So let me take out this bracket, because I doubt the other one will have this bracket. If it does, I'll just leave this bracket there with them if they want it. Okay, when I got the new one, I wasn't expecting this. I knew it wouldn't come with the pulley, but it also don't come with those two bolts. You need to take them off. Your old one, boom, boom, boom. They're 18 millimeters. Then I use the impact gun to make quick work of it. Okay. They come with a little plug. Put it in the new one. And then I'll tighten it later. That guy let me bring the cord back. He goes, just make sure you bring it back, because I already took it off. And I go, dude, I work right down the street, across the street. Okay, take this plug off. Put this other one in. There. And I save these plugs, the heck with it. I ain't gonna put them on here. I noticed this is the first time I've seen this, guys. This one we took off has a filter in here. Like the air conditioners, an orifice filter. And I don't think the new one does. I've never seen them on any. That's the first time. Alright, let me take that cord back. Okay, I'll start by rerouting this hose again through here. Make sure you remember which way it went. Now I may start it in there, but I'm not gonna put it in there just yet. Just want to make sure it grabs right there. There we go. Alright, let's see what else we gotta do. Okay, gonna put this bracket on. I hope that's right. Should be on one way it goes in. And these are 15 millimeters. For some reason they're tight, probably because they're full of oil. That ought to do it. Don't forget to take this plug out. Okay, again we got to put our little O-ring. Let's take the old one off. And don't go poking yourselves, because this hurts. I'm gonna lubricate it a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit of a power steering fluid on it. Okay, when I took it off, this was like this, facing to the left. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it, because when you get in there, it's hard to tighten. And it's a 16 mil. Again, I'm using the flare wrench. There, it's tight. Let's try to go in again. Alright, let's try to go in there. I put a little tape on the tip so I don't be banging it everywhere and that little O-ring get messed up or get dirt and oil in there. I'm just gonna have to work this in there somehow. There we go. And this time those wires are gonna go through the back side of the pump. Okay, it was better if you put the screws in the front first. For me, it worked out better. All right, let's do that bracket one in the back. Okay, now that I have all that nice and tight, I'm gonna get this tape off this hose and make sure I didn't damage that seal and put it in here. Okay, I think I gotta go under this hose and up and through here. Sorry if my big noggin's in the way. There you go. That's what I like you. And they're nice and easy. Alright, let's start connecting these little small hoses. And this one goes facing. I gotta wash this truck. It's got all kinds of oil everywhere. Okay, that's in. And where's the other one, guys? Where'd you leave it? You just had it. Okay, found it. I had wedged it up here. Okay, let me pinch this clamp. And we're gonna go in this hose. And boom. There, we're all set here. Tight, tight, tight. Now just put the pulley on there. We're done. Almost. And when you put the pulley in, make sure this lip is out, not in. But then you're gonna have hell taking it back out. You're gonna have to use like jaw clamps to pull it out. That's what this lip is for. Remember, this pulls in there and pulls them out. Okay, let's go put it in there. Inside that pulley here, it's threaded. It's got threads, see? I can thread that in there. That's what I should have done, but I used that other one, but it didn't hurt anything because it didn't go inside. It stayed out here on the lip, and it worked. But to be on the safe side, do it this way. Use this one instead of what I used. Alright, first of all I'm going to take this piece, the main one, and this adapter that was for GMC, put it on there tight. Take this big nut here, thread it on there. Okay, then I'm going to take that bearing. This side that spins is facing the pump, and that washer. I'm going to back it up a little bit. It helps if you lubricate that shaft, which I did. Put a little bit of a, whatever kind of lubricant you've got will work, you know. Okay. Make sure I'm in there. Again, make sure that lip is out when you put it in there, or you're gonna be footsicles. And again, here's my setup. Let's see. And you want to put this as far back as you can, so you have enough thread to go into that pump. I'm thinking this is probably far enough for me. Okay. Okay, see it's grabbing. Okay, I think I got a better view here. Now I'll be turning or holding this and turning that big nut. Like I say, you can take off the fan if it's gonna be easier for you, but I didn't want to mess with the fan. So you'll see it start going in slowly but surely. Alright, YouTubers, I changed tactics, but I put it on a ratchet and wedge the ratchet back there where it's locked, and now I can just crank on this and get on the truck here because my arm started hurting until it's in there. It's gonna be a slow process. If I had the fan off, I could have more room to turn this wrench and just tighten it till it gets tight and you can't turn it no more. You know, it's not going anymore. It's tight. And then look at it from the side and see if it matches up. If it's too far out, you still need to go some more. Now I'm going to turn the ratchet on the opposite direction, hold that nut, and break it loose because it got tight while we're doing that, so we can take the tool off. There we go. Now we should be able to take this tool off. But it came apart there. We're in. So we're done with this kit. Good. Can be a pain in the rear trying to keep all these parts together. Here's the GM little adapter. These two are your main ones. This big old stud and this big nut. These are the main ones that you make sure you want to have. If you got those, you're done. Alright, let's put you up, you little box. Okay, I got the belt rerouted the way it's supposed to go. Now we gotta get it over this alternator. And make sure it's seated on there. Make sure not half of it's sticking out, like, because at the bottom, if you don't look at the bottom, sometimes your belt would be, it won't be on completely. You'll have it, because I've done it, you'll have it on like this. So make sure all the way down there, and it does look good. It's all on its little tracks there. Very good. I'm gonna start putting the power steering fluid in it. And we're gonna check for any leaks. That one's empty. Fill it up, but I'm not gonna go all the way because we're gonna start the bleeding process. And it's bone dry, guys, so you're gonna need to get you a few cans of this stuff. Now I'm gonna turn the steering wheel, and the vehicle is jacked up. I'm gonna turn the wheel back and forth to get some fluid in the pump, and I'm not gonna turn it on. Some people, I heard they turn it on, but I'm afraid, you know, you turn it on, it's still kind of bone dry, so I'm afraid I'll burn the pump. Okay, I did that like 5 turns to each side with the vehicle off, and that's just something I do. The way I guess my theory is I get some fluid in there somehow, but now I'll go ahead and turn it on. But before we do that, let's put on the this air breather, and if you can see in here, it was kind of bent. Whoever put it on last time had it bent, so it wasn't sealing right. That's gonna be kind of hard to fix because it's already kind of contoured to that shape, but we'll give it a whirl here. Maybe I can hold it with something. Good. It's in there. Okay. You might want to put on this after you put the shroud on, because I had to move stuff around, and it went in there, but not easy. It didn't cooperate the way it should have. And if you can't line up these the way they were, that way you have a less chance of them leaking. Like I said, if this leaks, I'm just gonna use those other clamps, because I never really liked these clamps. They're a piece of junk. Pura caca. Alright, I think we're ready to start her up. Like always, this truck always does it to me. Ta-da. Engine start. Always the battery goes down on it. While we wait for the battery to take a charge, I'm gonna start it and move the wheel left and right, you know, not slow or fast, just, you know, medium. And till you don't see any bubbles or the pump ain't squealing. Alright, YouTubers, here's the truck running. I had to go run some errands and I just got back, but I still wanted to film the engine. Running good, power steering working awesome, brakes working awesome, everything. I tried to wash the motor, but it's pretty dirty. It's kind of hard to get in there. But we had put that a week ago or something like that, and now the power steering pump, not whining or nothing, and it's running real smooth. Again, YouTubers, thanks for watching. Like always, I appreciate you. God bless, and I'll clean this up before I let it go. I don't want customers seeing all these fingerprints. God bless ya.